The creation of the foundation actually started at a meeting between AREA, the Alberta Real Estate Association, and government.
I traveled to Vancouver to meet with the foundation representatives in BC and really took the template of their model and brought it back to Alberta with the idea of forming the foundation through legislation.
Its main focus was education, law reform, and research, and that's how it began, and it's evolved into something that's very, very truly special.
The Real Estate Foundation's source of funding, when you really look at how they operate, comes from consumers.
We saw that interest on pooled trust accounts was not going to any beneficial use of the industry. It was really essentially kept with the banks that held those.
You may be talking $10, $20, for example, but when you add up all those small interest payments, that helps us do the good work that we do.
The governors sit and basically decide where the funds will be dispersed to.
They've looked at anything, really, that is attached to, in some way, to the real estate industry, and really tried to do support projects that have benefited all of Alberta.
Strategic grant making really was a process where we sat down and said, where can a small amount of money make a big difference? Is it in helping people understand need? Is it sponsoring an environmental study? Is it just going out and putting refrigerators in an organization's new building? And we stepped back and said, no, strategically, if we want to make a difference, we have to help the group be successful.
The first couple of years were administrative work, setting up the organization, the structure, the staffing. Then we progressed into some preliminary and basic granting, funding mostly of real estate education, real estate boards, public education.
The first grant that we made was to the Real Estate Association, and it was in partnership with a provincial government initiative around plain language. The idea was to create documents that simply said exactly, so everybody could understand what was required from the buyer, the seller, the lister, and the realtor.
Initially, the foundation gave us a very generous grant of $500,000, and so through their generosity we were able to make sure that we not only had the funding to develop a course, we were able to market, we were able to sustain it, and we were able to develop it over time.
The support we receive from the Alberta Real Estate Foundation is invaluable. I think to be seen as working with the provincial foundation and the local foundation working together to help make our communities a better place in which to live and work is the most important thing we can do together.
Alberta Real Estate Foundation will fund our charitable foundation through the Board of Governors to provide funding, for example, for our own strategic planning so that we can then plan to involve more community-based organizations in what we're doing. So they really support the industry in that way.
We've been giving grants to places like Cold Lake and Grand Prairie, and also in the major centres of Calgary, Edmonton, Red Deer and Lethbridge. But it certainly makes an effort to spread out the donations it's giving geographically.
The benefit that came to us was through the education that was funded by the foundation to improve the knowledge and the professionalism of the industry. So over the years, as the industry got better at what they did through the education, we saw a leveling off of the number of claims.
I think that one of our best grants was in the landlord and tenant arena, particularly the laws for tenants in Alberta. And from there, we developed what has now become a fantastic website, a fabulous resource for landlords and for tenants that provides neutral, accurate, independent information for everybody.
There are limited funds, and there's so many worthy causes and so many good things out there. So there were some tough decisions, but I think overall we made some spectacular decisions.
Through the work of the foundation, our members have gained a new sense of pride in what it is that the industry provides for individuals in this province, and pride in their own professionalism.
The foundation is small, it's non-bureaucratic, and so the process is pretty simple. If they met the criteria, the funds would flow pretty easily.
The Alberta Real Estate Foundation does good work for a lot of people who don't have an opportunity to get some funds as seed money to get a project going.
And I think at the 10-year mark we were around $3 million, And here we have 13.1 million 20 years later. It's phenomenal. And when you look at the work that the foundation has done, it's incredible the impact on communities, on the realtors, how the practice of real estate has been elevated over the last 20 years. The changes in the real estate industry are quite amazing too.
It is an honor for us to give best wishes and congratulations to the foundation on behalf of the School of Business and the School of Retailing. They've been an integral part of our growth and development over the last several years.
From the Alberta Mortgage Brokers Association, I'd like to wish the Alberta Real Estate Foundation a happy 20th anniversary.
Well, we certainly wish the foundation all the success in the future. They've been a very courageous foundation. They've taken risks. They've been out there on the forefront. They're making a big difference to the lives of Albertans.
And I know that they will continue to do positive work in the future, and best wishes for the next 20, 40 or 60 years.
I want to wish the Alberta Real Estate Foundation governors and staff best wishes for the next 20 years. You have a great legacy to build on, and I look forward to seeing the amazing things that will happen as you move forward.